Hello once again, everyone. This is Frank Demora, the author of the book, The Last Chronicles of Planet Earth, which you can get today for free by going over to my website, one of which you're looking at right now, which is the End Times Research Ministry. And the other one would be the BibleProphecyMan.com. Just go to www.BibleProphecyMan.com. And once you're there, you can download my book today for free, which is currently updated. And here at my website, and also at my YouTube channel, and now my alternative channels, I keep you informed as to what the Lord prophesied compared to what is actually going on in the world today. And those of us who've read the Bible know the signs of the times, and we know for sure we are living in the last generation, without question. And this is one of the reasons why I believe the Lord wanted me to write this book, and why so many people are taking advantage of my free ministry. I know that there's a lot of people out there writing books and they're charging everybody, but you'll never see that with my ministry. When the Lord put me in the ministry a long time ago, 1977, one of the things that he told me is never to charge anybody for anything that I do. And I've been blessed because people can trust me. I don't want anything from you. The only thing I want is your ear to listen to what the Lord has for you today. So with that, I saw some news today that just blew me away. And what I'd like to do is very quickly just go right over to it. And it has to do with one of the prophecies about the birds, the fish, and the animals dying off in mass numbers. You'll see that prophecy in Hosea chapter 4, verses 1 through 3. In the latter part of these verses, it talks about the birds, fish, and the animals dying off. And in many of my other videos, I give some of the reasons why these birds, fish, and animals are dying off. And if you missed it, well, some of those reasons are pollution. Some of the reasons are disease, droughts, lack of water, storms, massive storms from the flooding that has drowned many of the animals. And then there's a lot of the reports that frankly, the officials just don't know what killed either the birds, the fish, or the animals, and they're still doing research trying to figure it out. Well, a bizarre thing I just read about, I've never seen anything like it since I've been in the ministry and tracking the birds, fish, and animals dying. And I want to share it with you because only in the last days could we see something like this. And I'm going to combine the Hosea chapter 4 prophecy about birds, fish, and animals dying with another prophecy, and then I'm going to show you the news because they're interconnected. And that other prophecy is found in Luke 21:25, where he talks about these storms that were going to be coming in the last days. Storms that would cause distress of the nations with perplexity, as you see there, the seas and the waves roaring. Now, I'm going to go right to this article because it blew me away. The CBS News reported about thick swarms of mosquitoes are killing livestock in Louisiana after Hurricane Laura. So you have this massive storm that had moved its way into Louisiana, and it moved mosquitoes. Clouds of mosquitoes have been so thick in southwest Louisiana since Hurricane Laura, like I said, combining those prophecies, that they are killing animals, including horses and cattle. The vast number of bites leaves horses and cattle anemic and bleeding under their skins. The animals also become exhausted from continuous moving in an attempt to avoid the biting insects. A large animal veterinarian based in Philly Platt told the Associated Press this week. They're vicious little suckers, said Dr. Craig Fontenot. Farmers in a 5-parish area east and northeast of the parishes where the storm made landfall in late August have probably lost 300 to 400 cattle, he said. Fontenot said only a few horses and no goats have died, probably because they were generally kept in stalls which can be sprayed with insecticide, while cattle may graze in 50 or 100-acre pastures. A deer rancher lost about 30 of his 110 animals, many of which had already been sold, Fontenot said. One of my last videos, which you can go back to either my YouTube channel or you can go over to my other channel, which I will give you the instructions how to watch it at my other channel. And I'd really prefer that you'd watch it over there where no one is censoring you. But in one of my last videos dealing with storms and dealing with fires, I gave a warning. You'll see that the red flag is flying here. And I put this red flag up in my other videos to warn you what was coming. And only 3 or 4 days after I put that warning up, I came across an article that I want to share with you. And then we'll close this section off. I also warned about listening about other earthquakes that were coming. And today there was another earthquake in Japan, a series of earthquakes around the world, and this earthquake that hit Japan was a 6.3. And all of these signs are happening at the same time. So if you've been watching my videos, you know that I'll cite that scripture from Jesus in the 24th chapter of the book of Matthew, where he said, "When you shall see all these things, know that it's near, even at the doors." And earthquakes was part of it. So was these massive storms that would be coming. I'll take a look at this article that came up September 11th of 2020. La Nina has formed and it could worsen hurricanes and wildfires. And like I said, I warned you, you're going to hear news like this because the birth pangs Jesus said would come in that special generation who would be alive to see all these things take place all at the same time. And then the Lord would come. So listen to what this article said about La Nina, in case you don't know what La Nina is. And if you went over to that article, which you could put in the headline and go there and watch the video there, but in part of the video they show you these fires that have been burning, which again is part of prophecy in the book of Revelation. It says La Nina, the cooler sibling of El Nino, has arrived. And perfect timing, obviously, right? And it could provide an additional boost to the already active Atlantic hurricane season, forecasters said, as well as extend a disastrous fire season in the West. And if the Lord said it would happen as a woman with birth pangs, and you're reading the evidence pointing to what Jesus prophesied, why wouldn't you believe it? The La Nina climate pattern, a natural cycle marked by cooler than average ocean water in the central Pacific Ocean, is one of the main drivers of weather in the U.S. and around the world, especially during the late fall, winter, and early spring. The federal government forecasters from the National Ocean and Atmospheric Administration announced La Nina formation Thursday. NOAA said this year's La Nina, translated from Spanish as little girl, is likely to persist through the winter. It's the opposite pattern of El Nino, little boy, which features warmer than average ocean water. La Nina can contribute to an increase in Atlantic hurricane activity by weakening the wind shear over the Caribbean Sea and tropical Atlantic basin, which enables storms to develop and intensify, said Mike Halbert, Deputy Director of NOAA's Climate Protection Center. The potential for La Nina development was factored into an updated Atlantic hurricane season outlook issued in August, he added. And if you've watched my videos for the past 7 years, what have I warned you? That these storms are going to get worse and there'll be more of them, and that's what we're reading about. In that outlook, forecasters predicted that as many as 25 storms could form in the Atlantic. And already 17 have formed, including Hurricane Laura, of which caused the massive swarm of mosquitoes that killed so many livestock and wild animals, which ravaged portions of the southwestern Louisiana in August. As for its impact on the western fires, La Nina tends to bring dry weather across portions of California and much of the Southwest. We're already in a bad position, and La Nina puts us in a situation where fire weather conditions persist into November and possibly even to December. So the outlook is not good. Perfect conditions being set up for what we're already seeing, horrendous conditions and fires that have already destroyed millions of acres of land and countless number of homes. So Ryan Tresselot, president of the Weather Tiger LLC, told Bloomberg News it is exacerbating existing heat and drought issues. Those are the issues that I've been warning about for years. And as I said, the last couple of days ago, I made another video about the fires, the drought conditions that are getting worse, along with the intense heat, obviously. Goes on, wildfires in the West turn deadly. I never want to see California again. Already over half of the state in California is in drought, according to Thursday's U.S. Drought Monitor. Please listen to the warnings of Jesus Christ, because everything that he's warned is happening. Can't you see it? Can't you feel it as you're watching the news? Things are different. They're not right. They're not like they used to be. This article goes on to say that the Southwest and Mid-Atlantic also tend to see warmer than average temperatures during a La Nina winter. So please take advantage of the information, all documented from news sources, showing you that the very words, the prophecies for our generation are in fact upon us right now, and they're going to continue to get worse. They're not going to get better. That's what Jesus said. He's warning us to get ready for his return. So please take advantage of my book, take advantage of all the news sources that I put up at both of my prophecy sites. And please go to my website today and click the link to my newest channel and subscribe to that newest channel, because most of my videos are going to be placed at this new site. Now at the present time, at my old channel, I have 18,200 subscribers. And I'm trying to get those subscribers to move over to my new channel, where you'd be able to continue to follow the news as I present you the documentation showing us that we're in the last days. And thank you for coming and allowing me to share what the Lord has given to me to give to you. There's more news coming, and always keep this in mind. God has your best interest always in mind. He wants you to be safe. He wants you to have that peace that only he can give to you. And he wants to make sure that you have the chance to be on the right road that will lead you to Christ and in his kingdom for eternity. Unlike the Lord's enemy, Satan, who wants to drag you down, continue to have you live in fear, and pave the road that will lead to the lake of fire by rejecting the messages of Jesus Christ, but first and foremost, rejecting the salvation of Jesus Christ and rejecting the fact that he is the true Messiah. And if you haven't received Jesus, ask him to be your Savior today. God bless.